Monday morning. Well, it's almost noon. I don't know, maybe it's like 11:30. Wow, what a week. It was brutal. I had my inspection on Monday. Overall, it went well. Found a few things like it's supposed to. I ran into a few challenges at the end of this week. First one, Friday, I stepped on a big piece of glass, which has taken me out of workouts for the last couple days, but I talked about that last night. It's Saturday morning, it's 8:55. It's time to get to work and try and write a paper. I was planning on doing some physical activities. They're not happening, but I'll tell you about that in the vlog. Saturday night about 10 p.m. I'm out on my front porch. I've been trying all day to write a paper, but that paper is only about halfway done. I'll tell you, I've had a few challenges over the last couple of days. I stepped on a big honking piece of glass and hurt my foot pretty badly. It took me about an hour to get the bleeding to stop, and I was considering, do I need to go to urgent care of the hospital? Didn't end up needing to. I just had to get the bleeding to stop. So I'm healing from that, which limits my exercise. Then today, when I sat down to do my paper, the website I needed access to draw all of my resources was down until noon today, which burned half a day of access for this paper. So those are my challenges. I'm overcoming them. It's just makes for a long day. Rock on. So I lost half a day yesterday because the website for my college is down and I have to go through that website to get research material. So today I'm trying to finish that up, and I'm within a page and a half of being done with that paper. I'd hoped to be done with that paper yesterday and be well into another paper today. However, I'm going to finish this one up, and hopefully I'll be into the paper before I go to bed for the final paper in that class. And all of this because the situations immediately surrounding me are a bit challenging. I have too much work and not enough time. And other aspects of what I would like to do and feel I should do are having to be put down for a while and set aside. And there's a time for everything. But I'm not getting to work on all the stuff that I might like to work on. In the background, I'm going to play a piece of music that originally I was trying to do a collaboration with someone on, and they just felt they couldn't work with what I was putting out there. And I think I understand it. I think it's a little bit too dark for the type of thing they do. And I realize that in general, I write a lot of dark, it tends to be darker. But kudos to that individual for being straightforward enough to go, listen, I can't come up with anything for this. That's a lot better than just kind of dragging it out and trying to do something that doesn't fit you. I totally respect hey, I can't work with this. I think it's awesome. It takes some self-knowledge to be able to admit that sometimes, and the strength to be okay in that. Because sometimes I think we want to be everything to everyone, and we can't be that. So it also happened that in these times of extreme work to be done and trying to keep up and it not working the way I want it to work and blah 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 blah, I started thinking about the things I have accomplished. Now you got to realize this is over a lifetime. But I mean, I've traveled a lot of the world. I fought in a war, which wasn't the most fun thing to do, but I felt it was important. I've published a children's book. I have written and recorded most of an album of music, although I think we're going to re-record most of it because we have a lot better technology now. Shot a short film, which I'll put the link to the short film down below. It's on a different platform than YouTube. But I'll warn you on that short film, you may want to check out Film Riot first, some of the older stuff, because there's a lot of inside jokes based on the Film Riot YouTube videos of the day. It's a fan film towards Film Riot. I have shot another short film that I'm in the middle of editing. However, I've run into some things that I did as a director wrong, and it's going to take a lot more mental effort than I have right now to fix them, to make it something I'm willing to release. I will release it. I will make those changes. It's just, it's going to take more time and mental effort than I have to dedicate to it right now. And I don't want to do it halfway. So I've actually done quite a few things. There's a lot of other things I've done in the meantime. Gotten a bachelor's degree, spent 20 years in medical imaging. I'm writing for a trade magazine in medical imaging. I'm a presenter for medical imaging conference. A lot of good things. I just, right now, I'm feeling that I've overextended myself, which I have. And it wears on me a little bit. But the only way that I'm going to fix that is to prioritize, do the things that I can do, and let the rest of it go. Recently, I've been watching some of my Beam friends' YouTube channels, which I'll link below. D-Man, who Hissing Thoughts, I've mentioned him before. I'm really getting a kick out of some of the stuff he's doing, especially the way he's bringing the community together with his gumboot challenge, gumboot flip challenge. I'm going to have to figure out how I can participate, since I don't have any gum boots, which are rubber boots, by the way, rain boots. There's David Karachue, and he does some really interesting stuff. It's a very fun channel. And then I've recently started watching Roadside Rick. Now, he and I weren't connected on Beam, but it's through other Beam family members that I've been able to connect with him. And I started watching his YouTube channel, and I just really got hooked, and I was like, oh wow, what is it that I like so much about his channel? Because I just started watching a bunch of the videos, and it was like, you know, binge watching. And it's his lack of pretentiousness. There's no pretentiousness about who he is and who he puts on camera. There's no image management. He's not trying to pretend that he's somebody other than who he is. And I totally respect that, and I'm really digging what he's putting out there. There's Captain Bastos, of course, who is my good friend. He does some interesting stuff. He's got some great ideas. He took us skiing. Did some videos out where it would look like it was just really brutally cold all the time, and I'm not sure how much fun that would have been for me, but he had a good time. What's great about this community, I feed off these videos, ideas. I get inspired to think about things, try new things, can at least consider things and look at things a little differently. And that's what happens in a community. And I'm glad to be even considered a marginal part of that community. Hey, as I was editing this video, I just realized that my camera stopped recording at the very end for some reason. So remember that I love you, take care of yourself, and rock on. Are so really I was about to get all emotional, and the car's alarm that goes off every day has to go off again. They haven't figured it out yet, I guess. I'm so leaving that in the vlog.